Hi everyone, welcome. It's Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so it's time for Stamping with Denise. I am so glad that you are here tonight. I have a new fun fold to show. Well, it's not a new fun fold, but I have a simple fun fold to show you. Little housekeeping first, please. I appreciate it if you share my video, comment, share down in the comments. Then everybody who does that, I put their name in a hat or in a little bowl I draw, and each week I draw one person who shared my video to win the project I worked on that week. Last week I made this cute hello card, and this is going to go to Karen Thomas. So Karen, I will get this card out to you in the next couple of days. If you can't share, I understand. Could you give my video some hearts? I appreciate that, because Facebook likes the hearts better than the thumbs up. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. And once you do that, click the little blue bell, and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, which is most every Monday night. So, with that being said, we're going to get right to work on tonight's fun fold card. Change my view, and we are going to do this. I don't know, it's a Z fold card of some sort. I don't know exactly what type it is, but I just thought it was a fun fold, and I wanted to share it with all of you tonight. So we're going to get right to work on this. I'm not going to waste any time. Actually, this is the last few days of celebration. It ends on Thursday. This is my website address. This is the host code. If there's anything you need, any of those free items that you want, you need to place your order soon. You know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to show you this designer series paper that I use. It comes from this set called Delightfully Eclectic. And it's actually one of the items you can get free. It's in the annual catalog and you can buy it, or you can place an order and get a package of it for free. It's great paper. There's all sorts of designs in it, and I just love it. And that's why I decided to pull it out, because I hadn't used these strawberries and I had wanted to. I thought, well, okay, we'll give this a try. So, let me see here. Get my trimmer out. First thing we are going to do is start with a piece of cardstock. This is Bubble Bath. Let me look at my measurements here. It's 11 by 5.5. And we are going to score this. Let me see. I'm going to get my cutting blade out of the way. And we are going to score this at... Hold on here, I want to make sure I get this right. 1 3/4, which is right there. And then 3.5. All of these measurements will be in the description when I'm done. 5 1/4. And 7 inches, okay? There we go. Perfect. And then there's one more thing we need to score, and that is another piece of, in this case, it's Bubble Bath, and it's 3 by 6 inches, and we're going to score it at 3 inches, so right in the center. So each of these cards takes almost a whole piece of cardstock. There's a little bit left. There's a little less than this size left, okay? But it does take some almost the whole sheet of cardstock is what I was trying to say. So we're going to start folding our card. Of course, this is where our inside is going to go. So we know that we want to fold this piece over this way. Fold it and just do it really good so it lays flat. See, mine's not laying so flat So I didn't do as great a job at using the bone folder on these folds. Then you're just going to fold them back and forth each time. Okay? And then, oops, that's going to go, and that's going to go like that. So I'm going to do this so I get a good tight fold on both sides. I'm going to go over both sides again on all of these here. So on some of these fun folds, sometimes it's well worth taking the time to do this. I think I did it that way, so we're going to do it this way. And then we have this one. Oh, I can already tell that this one's going to lay more flat. Okay, there we go. And so really, there's our start, okay? Okay, so now we're going to use that designer series paper. I have four pieces of it, and this is 1.5 by 5 1/4, and we're just going to put these on these 4 panels. See, right there. Let me get my seal. And for today's card, I really just took the colors off of the designer series paper. It's Calypso Coral, it is Bubble Bath, and Garden Green. And so that's how I chose the colors for my card. Now I ended up going ahead and doing the ice cream in the Bubble Bath. I tried it in Calypso Coral, it just didn't look right, so. Plus I'm going to show you how I got that cool effect, and it works better, I think, with a lighter color, so. But you know what? It could be really any color you want. I suppose you could make like multicolored ice cream, like Superman. Isn't Superman like blue and yellow and red or something like that? Okay, so this is right here. Okay, and we'll go ahead and put our piece of white. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to wait, and we are going to do that last, because I am going to stamp on it, and then that way if I make a mistake I can pull out another piece. So I'm going to put the one here that kind of bridges. I'm going to put that piece of cardstock on, okay? So this is the piece here that we, the 3x6 that we scored in the middle at 3x3. Now in my card I did not put any designer series paper here, but if you were going to put some designer series paper on either side of this, those measurements would be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So let me see. Oops. I am glad I looked at that. I almost put adhesive on the wrong spot. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to look at this. Okay, I'm going to put this here to help with contrast, to help us see it a little better. But I kind of want to, whoops, I don't want to lay it down there because I have adhesive. You can see my adhesive right there. I just want to kind of center it here. I'm going to open this up. It looks pretty straight. Put this down. I'm going to put a piece of adhesive. Put the adhesive right here. Hold on. And close it up. And there we go. And there we are. Okay. And we will do this toward the end, okay? I'm going to set this off to the side right now. And we are going to work on our ice cream. And there's my piece of scrap paper, which works just fine. We are using the ice cream swirl bundle. This is in the mini catalog. You guys have seen me use it before. So I start out with the stamp that's the big ice cream, okay? I'm gonna stamp that in Bubble Bath. Actually, for a bigger stamp like that, I like to do it this way better. Makes it easier. Okay, put this down right here. I'm gonna let that set for a second so that it can seep into the paper. And there we go, perfect. And let me close that up, I'm all done with that. I do not like leaving open ink pads because that's just asking for trouble, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay, so there's that. So now I am going to take I'm going to show you how I did my ice cream on this card here. So I took my Bubble Bath Stampin' Blends and I started out with the light one, using the bullet end for this, and I color in these first two sections, just following right along the lines. Now, these blends used with our ink will smear the ink, so you want to use caution and try not to go over the lines too much because you want them to remain in place, okay? There you go. Then in each of these sections, you're going to take the dark one. Then you can see the line that was there initially. See that? You can see that there from when I stamped, and kind of go over it. Well, actually, I'm kind of going just on either side of the line to give that little bit of detail. And I find that if I do this sooner, I prefer to do this as I go rather than color in all the light and then go back and do the dark, because it kind of blends itself better if it's wet. I'm gonna try something here. Let's see. Take this color lifter here a little bit and kind of soften those edges, see if that works a little bit. I don't want to mess this up, but I just kind of want to see if I can blend those edges a little bit. Not really. Didn't really work. Not what I had intended. Anyway, that's okay. Back to my light one. So I'm skipping two sections. I'm going to do the next two together. So I think you see where I'm going with this. So it kind of looks like a swirl, but it also has the darker color in there to give it a little bit of interest, okay? Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I'll finish this one and then we'll move on. I don't color particularly fast. Okay, so I've got those colored in. My white area is covered up. I'm going to take my dark one again, my bullet end of that, and I'm going to go kind of on either side of that ink line. There you go. Then once I had done that on all three sections, I did take, where's it at? Oh, my Wink Stella, which when I checked on the weekend was still not, they still didn't have a estimated date of delivery on these. They're still kind of on a back order thing. put that on there. Now be careful, if you use this too heavy, you'll smear your ink in your blends, okay? But you can see it gives it just a little bit of extra. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit extra interest with that. Makes it a little bit shiny with that Stella on there. Then I die cut it out with the ice cream, this die from the set, okay? But I already have one that's all completely done, so we don't even have to mess with that today. Okay, let me get that out of the way for you. And let me put that up, put those out of the way. Okay. So now what we want to do is, I made this cute little bowl. I used to think, initially I thought that this die here was a cup for the ice cream, okay? Because here's one. You know what? The proportion's not right. It's too small. What it's for is it goes on, let me show you. It goes on here to look like one of those things that covers up the ice cream cones. Look at that. So anyway, that didn't work. Then I saw another demonstrator who, what she did was she die cut this out and used just this top part. Hold on, let me show you. For her little bowl. Just that part of the ice cream cone. Trimmed it up. It looks like a little bowl. Is that not cute or what? So, and the proportion is just is much better. So, I think that's just adorable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some adhesive on there and attach our ice cream cone, or ice cream to the cup. Yay! And I'm going to go ahead and put this on here now with some dimensionals. I just want to make sure I don't put any way high or way low, because it'll be off the edge of the ice cream. Okay, so let's see here. I think I'll put one about right there. That should do. That is going to give it more than enough lift there. And where's my scissors at? I'll cut these little pieces here. I'll use these. You know, don't waste it. Use the remnants on the sides of these sheets of dimensionals. Sometimes they're just the right size for an odd space or something like that. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see, where's my, it's right there. I just want to make sure it ends up on there. Okay, there we go. There's the ice cream on our, and the cup on our card. Now we want to work on the stamping, the other stamping part, the sentiment. And let me see. Did I miss something? No, I didn't. Okay. So first of all, I've got a strip of paper here that this is 3/8 of an inch long, okay? And I wanted something to go on there, and as you can see, what I did was I took "Hope Your Day is Sweet," and I put "Hope Your Day is," and you open it up and it's sweet. Oops, I'm too high, sorry there. So after I'd done this, I wished I'd left space to put the little dots. I just used my blend. So this time I'm going to make this strip a little longer, and then I am going to put it on there. If I don't like it, I'll cut it off. So, and I'm going to stamp this in two separate. This is on Smokey Slate, and the way that this stamp is set up, it's very easy to just ink up the part I want, okay? So I'm just going to look through my photopolymer, another great part of photopolymer is being able to see through it and just put that section. You see what I'm doing? Just putting that section on the ink pad and stamping it. That works. That looks good. Now let's see. I'm going to take my light Smoky Slate, the bullet end. I'm going to just put 3 little dots. I think that looks just fine. It's perfect. Then it carries on through to the inside. Let me trim this up here. See, if I didn't like this, I could just cut it off. Let me put this over here out of the way. We're coming back to that ink in just a minute. Let me put this on here. Hope your day is ... I'm gonna do, this is the light blend, so I'm gonna darken those dots up just a bit. There we go. Now it matches a little bit better. Okay, where's my adhesive at? Here it is. Okay, and hold on, I'm gonna get my tweezers here so that I can keep my big fingers out of the way. Oh yes, I like that. Put it down just a little bit further here. There we go. That's great. Perfect. Okay, now we can work on the inside. But before I use this stamp again, I have to clean it because there's ink from when I inked it up the second time, or the first line of it, so I want to make sure I've got that clean. Okay, and we're going to do just the same way. Let's see. Here's my card. Where did my insert go? Oh, it's over here. Okay. And again, I'm not going to adhere it until I'm sure I have a good stamp on it, because if I screw it up, then I can just do another one. And I'm going to want to make sure I stamp it behind this square piece, okay? So I just want to be careful there. So again, I'm going to take that Smoky Slate ink pad, but this time, instead of inking up the first line of the sentiment, I'm going to ink up the second one. Okay. Okay. Here we go. I've got this in here pretty much where I want it. Hold on. Put it right. Putting it just a tad to the right. There we go. And putting my dots on it. Dot, dot, dot. In front. I just thought that kind of was cute because you had to open it to see what. There we are. There we go. Okay, and then the one more thing. Okay, let me close up the Smoky Slate. Oops, let me put that over there. And you can see on here, I brought the strawberry in to kind of tie in with the designer series paper. Initially, I had done a strawberry and die cut it out because there's a die for it. But you know what, because of the way I did my ice cream, there's no place to tuck it. Had I done it, I'll show you, like this, where I had layered it on, see how I tucked my strawberry in there? Or my cherry in there? I could have tucked the strawberry in somewhere under that. But I didn't want to go back and do it, I wanted to do it this way. So I decided to put the strawberry to stamp it on the inside. I don't stamp the insides very often. Just like I'm not very good at decorating envelopes. It's just me. Maybe I'm kind of lazy. I don't know. So this is Calypso Coral. Again, I chose it off the Designer Series paper. We're going to put it right here. Okay. Put it right down there. Perfect. Now, let me get my ink out of the way. I'm using my light Calypso Coral marker or blend, and I'm going to color it in. And you're like, but that's weird. Your green leaves are going to have a orangey outline. You know what? I debated on which way to do this. I thought about stamping it on Calypso Coral, but then the leaves would have been Calypso Coral, and I would have colored over that, and it would have looked muddy. I debated on how to do it, and in the end, I decided this was okay. And I kind of color over them. Really, if you don't, I don't think it looks too bad the way it is, you know, with the little bit of red on the leaves. Now again, just like when we were using the blends on our ice cream to make that little definition line and color those areas in, you be careful. I'm going very light with this ink, and with this blend, and I'm trying to not color on these little seeds because it will smear this ink. And I know this is a little bit fussy, but I really do kind of like it in my card. I think it looks cute. A little extra touch. Let's see, where do I see some white? And I'm barely touching the paper. And this is the light, the light Calypso Coral. Then went back to one of my favorite greens, which is the light Old Olive. Oops. Now this one I do want that fine, not the bullet end, but the brush end, and I'm going to fill it in. Now here I did kind of go over the ink that outlines the leaves, just to tone it down a little bit, but you can still tell it's Calypso Coral, but that's okay. Like I said. And I suppose if when you were coloring in your strawberry, like I did here, and if one of your strawberry seeds smeared, you could use your dark Calypso Coral blend and fill it in. I didn't try that, but I think it would probably work. So there we go. Now I feel comfortable putting it on my card because I know I didn't make any mistakes. Had I adhered it down and made a mistake, then I would have had to try to take it out or put another piece of paper over it, which I've done before. So there we go. I hope you like this card. It's kind of a fun Z-fold card. Showed you a couple different techniques, a technique to kind of split your sentiment, a fun to give your ice cream, a fun little technique there with the blends to give your ice creams a cool effect. And you did see that I put Stella over that entire, all of the pink on there. Remember, I'm trying to show it to you here so you can see it. Remember, you will smear if you use too much of that Stella, so go light with that. But anyway, that's tonight's card. So I hope you like it. Please share my video, and I will see you next Monday night. Gosh, we'll be into March already. Next Monday night, 8 p.m., Stampin' with Denise. Bye, everybody. Have a great week.